As a parent, your child's health is absolutely everything, and that's especially true for their vision. So today, we're going to talk about night blindness. It's a condition that can affect young kids, but the good news is it's often preventable and treatable, as long as you know what to look for.
So let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever noticed your child getting a little clumsy, maybe a bit hesitant, right as evening starts to set in? Or maybe they have a tough time finding their way through a dimly lit room that they know like the back of their hand? These little things, they could be the very first signs we need to start paying attention to.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by breaking down what night blindness actually is and what warning signs to keep an eye out for. Then we'll get into why young children are more at risk. And after that, we'll shift into the really practical stuff. What you can do at home to prevent it, what a doctor's treatment looks like, and finally, the single most important step you can take. All right, first things first, let's get a really clear idea of what we're talking about when we say night blindness. Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. A child with night blindness can see perfectly fine during the day, when it's bright out. But as the light starts to fade, so does their vision. And the cause? It's often surprisingly simple. It's usually not some complex genetic thing, but a long-term lack of vitamin A. Just think of vitamin A as the fuel for our night vision. If a child isn't getting enough of it in their diet, those fuel tanks eventually run empty. So how can you actually spot this in your own child? The signs can be kind of subtle at first, but once you know what you're looking for, they become a lot clearer.
Okay, the most common symptom is that difficulty seeing when the sun goes down, but you also want to look for things like persistent eye dryness. And this next one is a very specific visible clue. Keep an eye out for unusual white, foamy-looking spots on the white part of their eye.
These have a name. They're called Bitot spots. And honestly, they are a classic textbook sign of a serious vitamin A deficiency. If you see these, it is a crystal clear signal that it is time to go see a doctor. It's a direct visual clue that something's not right.
So, you might be wondering, why does this seem to hit young children the hardest? Well, it's not random. There are some very clear biological reasons why they're so vulnerable. If you look at the data, the highest risk is really concentrated in kids between the ages of 1 and 7. And that's no coincidence. It's tied directly to everything that's happening inside their little bodies during these really crucial years.
It's really like a three-part problem, a perfect storm. First, their bodies are growing incredibly fast, which means they need way more nutrients, like vitamin A. Second, young kids are just more likely to get common illnesses like diarrhea or measles, and these sicknesses can drain the body's vitamin A reserves really, really quickly. So third, when you have that high demand combined with nutrient loss, the body's stores just run out, and that's when the deficiency happens.
Okay, so that's the problem. But here is the really good news. You as a parent have a huge role to play in prevention. Your first line of defense starts right there at home.
And it all starts with their diet. You've got to boost that vitamin A intake. For non-vegetarians, we're talking about meat, fish, and eggs. And for vegetarian families, focus on those colorful fruits like oranges and papaya, and staples like lentils. A balanced vitamin-rich diet is your absolute best tool.
Now this next part connects to something you might not expect: household hygiene. See, since illnesses like diarrhea can wipe out vitamin A, preventing those illnesses is a huge part of protecting your child's vision. Start with clean, safe drinking water. If you have any doubt at all about your tap water, a simple filter can be a really effective way to protect your child.
But what if you already see some of those warning signs? Prevention is one thing, but treatment, well, that requires a professional. So let's take a look at what you can expect when you go to the doctor. So, the doctor will first confirm the diagnosis. Then, the main part of the treatment is vitamin A supplementation, which is usually given as simple oral drops. For that eye dryness we talked about, they might also prescribe lubricating eye drops to make your child more comfortable. And this is really important. They'll often give deworming medicine, because intestinal worms can actually mess with how the body absorbs nutrients. And listen, here's a critical piece of information for all parents to know. This essential treatment is often very accessible and affordable. In many places, these vitamin A drops are provided completely free of charge at government hospitals, so cost shouldn't be a barrier to getting your child the help they need. We've covered a lot of ground, from symptoms to prevention to treatment. But honestly, it all boils down to one single, non-negotiable step.
Let me be perfectly clear on this. When it comes to your child's health, and especially their eyesight, talking to a medical professional is not optional. It is the only safe and effective thing to do.
This means you should never self-medicate. Please don't try to guess the right dose or buy some medicine you saw advertised.
Using the wrong eye drops or even the right drops in the wrong amount can cause permanent harm. A doctor's guidance is your only safety net here.
Your child's vision is just so precious. By recognizing the signs, focusing on prevention, and getting professional help without any delay, you have the power to protect it. Now that you have the knowledge, the next step is yours to take.